What is a set? A set is a collection of data that is usually expressed in curly brackets. The parts inside are either called members or elements. If an element is part of a certain set, it can be expressed by this expression. This expression is known as an element of or not an element of. The elements that are present in both sets are part of the intersection. If all the elements of both sets are asked for, it is called union. Sometimes the question will simply ask how many elements are in a certain set. We use n to check how many elements is in a certain set, and if there is none, this sign shows us. Sometimes in questions we are given numbers that do not belong to any sets. These are background information that will be there in the background, but not particularly attached to the set. Bruh. Bro! I give up. I give up. What cars you got? Here it is as a Venn diagram. So these are the two sets of data. One of them is the her data and one of them is my card's data. Okay? Now, two sets of data is two sets of curly brackets with each with 5 values. Now this is a union because it's counting all the sets of data that are not repeating. This is called the intersection because it's what's common in between the two. And this is the n value where you're checking how many items are in each set. In this scenario, all the data is already in the other Venn diagram part. This is called a subset where one of all the data is in another part. It is shown as a C-slight curve. Now we have what a complement of A would be. It would be A prime, which would mean everything except for A itself, denoted as A with an apostrophe. So for this question, it's going to be the set of data is every odd number from 21 to 31 inclusive. Find the values of whatever A would be and how many elements would be in this data set. The answer would be 21, 23, 25, 27, 29, and 31 as the elements, and the amount of elements there were 6. The background data is integers from 1 to 20. The prime numbers are the P section, the even numbers are the Q section, and the square numbers are the R section. Now with this information, you have to draw a Venn diagram connecting these three sections and show the intersection between P and Q and the intersection between P and R. Pause it if you would like to try. Yeah. For this, you would have to draw 3 circles. Put all the data of P that follows the dataset, put all the data of Q that follows the dataset, and put all the data that follows R. Whatever does not fit in these 3 categories ends up in E. Now, if there's something that corresponds in both of these, then you put it in the one that joins them together. But if it corresponds with all 3, it should be in the middle. The question asked for P and Q, the intersection between P and Q, and that was empty, so that is equal to 0. The intersection between P and R was the middle part between P and R. That was also empty. So, a question at the end that hopefully you'll be able to do.